Jim Derrane will be talking to you shortly. The theme of his speech will be Prepared. Jim is an Eagle Scout. He's a graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. He's a Marine Corps veteran. He's been my assistant scoutmaster for approximately 10 years. Prior to that, he was Cub Master at PAC 14 for 3 years. He's our troop's Emergency Preparedness Merit Badge Counselor. He's presently working on his doctorate in Emergency Management. He's an FBI agent. His son Patrick is a Troop 14 Eagle Scout, and his son Ben will soon receive Eagle Scout in the ceremony to be held in February. Please welcome Jim Derrane.
Thanks, Cos. Good evening, guests, scouts, families, friends, and most importantly tonight, Brian and Dale. I'm here to talk to you about crisis response, emergency management, and making hard decisions. Government representatives, school officials, and religious leaders constantly talk about how important it is to be ready for uncertain times and events. Throughout history, people have stressed the importance of practicing the Boy Scout motto, be prepared. Emergency management is the discipline of dealing with and avoiding risks. It is a discipline that involves preparing for disaster before it occurs, disaster response and supporting society after natural or man-made disasters. Disasters do not occur in a vacuum. In fact, what makes them disasters is the presence of people. An earthquake or volcanic eruption that doesn't affect anyone is not a huge deal. How disasters affect us is what makes them so serious, for society as well as for individuals. The emergency management field has come to the forefront since 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, and the Gulf oil spill. These incidents illustrated what happens when governments aren't prepared for large-scale disasters. In fact, we still aren't. The recent oil spill showed us that we still don't have our act together. These critical incidents show why our government needs to be prepared. We see smaller emergencies on the news every day. They may not get national headlines, but they impact communities in a big way. We are here tonight to honor 2 scouts who showed why people need to be prepared, how people perform great service to their community. Lord Baden-Powell, founder of the Scouts, established the Scout motto, be prepared, which means you are always in a state of readiness in both mind and body to do your duty. He stated that Scouts should be prepared in mind by having disciplined yourself to be obedient to every order, and also by having thought out beforehand any accident or situation that might occur, so that you know and are willing to do the right thing at the right time. To be prepared in body means to make yourself strong and active and able to do the right thing at the right moment and be able to perform. So not only must scouts know how to act in an emergency, they must have the physical and mental skills to perform in critical situations. As Publius Syrus, we're going to get a history lesson tonight, said over 2,000 years ago, he is most free from danger who, even when safe, is on guard. Even in the safety of the school zone, the events that brought us here tonight show that emergencies can occur. As Baden-Powell said, a scout is never taken by surprise. He knows exactly what to do when anything unexpected happens. History is filled with those who prepared for emergencies, some better than others. Abraham Lincoln said that I will prepare and someday my chance will come. He was one that performed in a critical situation and didn't let the pressure get to him. He was ready to meet great events. Lincoln was prepared in heart and mind to make the hard decisions necessary to preserve our Union. Conversely, General Custer may have been prepared in body to make tough choices, but he failed to adequately prepare in mind to complete his mission. He boldly stated There are not enough Indians in the world to defeat the 7th Cavalry. We all know how that worked out for them. These two illustrations show the extremes of Lord Baden-Powell's admonishments to be prepared in mind and body. The two must be balanced in order to perform effectively in an emergency. We must follow Benjamin Franklin's advice that by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. Using these historical examples implies that preparedness happens on a grand scale, involving nations and wars, but we must be prepared at all levels. I'll continue to use war and battle analogies, but we'll bring it up to more recent times. In the book Lone Survivor, Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell describes how fellow SEAL Michael Murphy was severely wounded with 3 of his buddies in the mountains of Afghanistan. Although seriously injured, he had the presence of mind and body to expose himself to fire in order to contact reinforcements. He was killed trying to save his friends and was awarded the Medal of Honor. Lord Baden-Powell also noted that to do the right thing at the right moment can be extreme. Be prepared to die for your country if need be, so that when the moment arrives, you may charge home with confidence, not caring whether you're going to be killed or not. That is a little extreme, but. We honor these 2 young men tonight, not for charging into a machine gun nest or for valor in battle, but for performing a heroic act in difficult circumstances. The Honor Medal with Crossed Palms is awarded to those who have attempted to save a life at great personal risk, demonstrating exceptional heroism and extraordinary skill or resourcefulness. Their actions are at odds with modern society's notions of our younger generation. Adults often look at our younger generation in a negative way. Surveys show that adults think that kids and teenagers are ruder and wilder and more irresponsible than ever before. A study titled Kids These Days, What Americans Really Think About the Next Generation, found that 90% of the respondents said youngsters have failed to learn values. They also found that we need to teach kids integrity, ethical behavior, respect, and civility. We tend to view the younger generation as wrapped in self-aggrandizement, concerned with iPads, iPods, Facebook, video games. These examples are what makes Brian and Dale's actions that much more impressive. Scouting, epitomized by the 2 scouts we honor tonight, ensures that our younger generation learns values, integrity, and how to keep their heads during an emergency. Scouting values of preparedness, respect, and integrity enable our scouts to do the hard things, whether sticking up for someone being bullied, performing community service, or helping an injured schoolmate. This doesn't come easy. It takes practice and hard work. As Naval Academy grad and Pro Football Hall of Famer Roger Staubach said, it takes a lot of unspectacular preparation to produce spectacular results. As those of you who watched, we witnessed that outstanding Navy football victory over Army this past Saturday. Those 2 teams, they're not playing for national championships. They play hard, but they play fair. They exhibit sportsmanship, good conduct, and integrity. They don't look for accolades, but do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And at the same time, we see pro football coaches tripping players running down the sidelines to win at all costs. Winning or success should not hinge on personal glory, rewards, or recognition. People should make the hard choices because it's right. When Brian and Dale rendered first aid to Jared, there was no personal gain, no glory, no standing ovations. They were 2 Boy Scouts prepared in mind and body to help someone in need. They didn't stand on the sidelines looking for someone else to act. They didn't look the other way and hope no one noticed them. They utilized their training and experience to save a life. There is nothing more important than that. I'm proud to be able to speak at this very special occasion. As the Scouts know, I'm not the most warm and fuzzy person, but I respect those who work hard and do their best. Brian and Dale showed us that they have worked hard and performed under extremely difficult circumstances. For that, they have earned my respect. Congratulations to you both. Thank you.